it's Steph with Tiny's Garden, and for those of you who are new here, we are gardening in Zone 5B. Today is December 10th, pretty much the last day I have to get any bulbs that I have left in the ground. So the ones that I ordered on Black Friday are going in the ground today, in this spot by our back patio area. Let's jump right in. So supplies, I'm using my leaf blower to get these leaves cleaned out. We haven't blown the back area out yet. My bulbs that I've got from Longfield Gardens. There's some tulips and also alliums I'm going to put around back here. My bulb tone, and then I'll come back in with Repel All after. I've also got some leftover bulbs from my bulk tulip collection, so I'm just going to spread them out around this area as well. Oh, and of course, the auger. So let's start with blowing these leaves out of the way first. That's much better. Now we can see the soil and get in there. And the ones that I'm going to plant first are the Bulgaricum allium. I'm excited to see this. I haven't seen this in person before, but I think it'll look wonderful with our new black paint. These get taller, so I'll put these toward the back, and then coming in with the graceful alliums in front of that, which are nice and delicate. So I think this pairing will be really pretty.
Time to start auging our holes.
In general, the rule of thumb is that you want to dig or aug your holes about twice as big as your bulb is. So this is the Bulgaricum allium bulb. So, probably 4 inches or so would suffice, and these are even tinier. So I don't need to go too deep with either of these.
First I come in with bulb tone fertilizer, then I'll come in with my bulb.
Root side down, pointy side up in the hole. It's okay if this outer shelling comes off. Okay, so over in this section by this big window here, I'm going to be putting some of the bulk perennial tulips in here, and also a few of the Carnival Day Nice that I have. These were mostly rotten. When I reached out to Holland Bulb Farm to get some extras because I had some bags that really didn't look great, they did not send them to me. They only sent some of the bags that were completely missing from my order, which is disappointing. So I don't really recommend ordering from them. But we'll put these in the ground and hopefully we get somewhat of a spring show from them. If they are completely rotten, I am not putting them in, that's for sure. But if they look pretty good overall, no mold, not crusty, not dwindling away in my hand, then I'm gonna try it. We're starting to rain out here a little bit, but I'm still gonna finish this back corner and get some of these tulip bulbs into the ground. Okay, we're gonna move on to pots next. Can you hear the rain? These will be in cover now. So much for my blown out hairdo. My tulips that are going into some black pots as well as purplish blue pot are going to be the other ones that I got from Longfield Gardens. Shout out to Longfield Gardens because these bulbs came maybe a week ago, no more than 2 weeks ago, and they are stunning. What I mean by that is there's no mold, there's no rot, everything looks really healthy. And I've kept these in this box open for probably a week longer than I should have, but it was freezing temperatures, and today is like 40 degrees. Tomorrow is maybe the same, and then I think that's it for us. We're going to be frozen. Today's the day I can finish getting these in, and that's what we're going to do. For your reference, they come also with information on the packages, like the name. So Midnight Magic is the one I'm going to be using in the black pot, that really deep burgundy / vibrant red. I think is going to pop against that black, and it'll tell you how far you should dig space. Also tells you the bloom time, which is nice, so you can plan everything out as far as always having something for early spring, mid-spring, and late spring blooming. Nice packaging. I'm impressed, Longfield Gardens. I'm impressed. The next one is Oxford Elite, which is in a red, yellowish, maybe there's a little orange in there too. And these bulbs, again, look nice and big. I mean, look at the size of those bulbs. That's impressive. On this one here, there was just a little bit of mold starting to develop, and again, I think that's more me than them keeping them in the box. And so all I did was kind of peel that off. It was just a smidge so that it doesn't spread. So if you have something like that with a little bit of mold there, peel it off, get it off of that bulb, and otherwise, this one should still be okay. Here's another example of that. That's a little bit of mold there. I'm going to take my thumb, and you can use garden gloves, of course. I'm just trying to be speedy here. And dig that out. Okay, that's a little more moldy than I would like. I'm just going to take off the outer shell. Scrape this on my jacket. And that takes care of it. Yeah, that should all be okay there. Let's check in here. That's not bad. Just take that little bit off. And you can see right in there, that's where that tulip is going to sprout from, and that looks fine. So this one, you're good to go. The lengths we go to save our tulip bulbs, huh? For an example of one that you're not going to be able to save is something like this, where it's pretty much all rotten. It can just crumble, and you can see that brown, dried up look is all around it. That's more than likely not going to grow. There's nothing really to save there. And the final one, Carnaval de Rio. I've got these planted in the front as well, and so having these in the back by the patio area, I think will look really nice to coordinate the front with the back. Then the rest of the Carnaval de Rio, I'm going to go ahead and go in these pots because I think that striping of the red and the white is going to look really pretty with that color. Okay, I'm going to go out in the pouring rain and get the other black pots that I have. 1, 2. These two smaller black ones, I just spray painted a couple days ago, knowing I was going to put those red ones in here, so this will be a lot better and more striking. Now this one over here I just flipped over because some of these are frozen in the inside because like I said, it's been freezing. So I'm just going to start over with all new potting soil in here. I'll try to get these other two out as well. I might need to go get some hot water to get them out. We'll see. Okay, that one worked. Let's see. Yes! It's mostly frozen. Compost pile, here you go. I'm going to change my gloves out because these are soaking and I don't want my bulbs to be wet when they're going into the soil. If they're wet or have a lot of moisture around them, they may be more likely to rot. Okay, let's fill these three amigos up with potting soil. For your reference, that's about how much I have in. So I can still put the tulip bulbs about 6 to 8 inches down in those pots. I'm going to add these two as well. This one I was able to get out. This one is giving me a run for my money. Come on. Gardening's not for the faint of heart. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. I'm sweating. I wonder if it's frozen and expanded and now it can't get out of the hole of the pot. Come on. Oh, this is ridiculous. I'm not joking. I need to declothe. Okay, Sloppy Bun is up. I am losing light. Great. I'm going to have to get hot water. Okay, hot water. Let's try this. While that's doing its thing, I'm going to try and get some of these planted so you can see it. All of these are filled with soil, so I'll come in with bulb tone first, sprinkle it in the bottom, then put my tulips in, pointy side up. This all has gone incredibly awry. I am next to no light. I've dropped this camera and phone about 4 times, and I can't find my bulb tone. At least you know I keep it real with you, am I right? Found it. It's back by the house. Okay, Midnight Magic going in the black one. Then I'll come in and fill that all up with soil. I'm going to add a little bit of water so they get a little bit of moisture, not too much, because they're in pots, they lose moisture more easily.
Again, I'll put Repel All on top.
Okay, so this one's done. I will put the ID tag in there, and I will keep it along with these other ones, if you can see, that I planted in my other video in the greenhouse. It will still get cold enough that they will start to bloom in the spring. So this video was a little more complicated than I anticipated. Okay, I'm gonna get these done and we'll call it a night for recording because you can hardly see me. I forgot, I still need to get that out. Come on. Come on, I'm so close. Jump, jump, jump. Whatever way you want to come on. Come on. We're almost there. Oh my gosh. Success!
Hi everyone, it's the next morning. We actually ended up having a full-fledged thunderstorm / tornado warnings last night and lost power by the evening. So apparently I was out here in a storm, but the tulips are in. Let's take a look now that they're all settled and add their ID tags. So we're all settled in here. This big black one, I ended up just doing Carnaval de Rio because I didn't have enough of the Midnight Magic. The smaller two black ones have the Midnight Magic in them. These blue ones over here, this one that took me forever to get out, Oxford Elite. And lastly, back in here, also the Carnival de Rio. And as promised, make sure that you ID what tulips are in which, because you want to know come springtime if you're not sure or on the fence about it. So we're done here. What a ride that was. Again, not every video is as haphazard and all over the place, but if you're ever wondering if you can really grow something, or if it's just not for you, or you don't think your abilities are there, listen. I am on the Hot Mess Express sometimes myself, so if I can do it, you can do it, and I hope that you take a try. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this video, if it was at all helpful, and subscribe to follow along on our journey here. I'd love to have you here with me, and we will see you in the next one. Happy planting! Bye!